You know, I really thought I would never ever get the chance to ever again to talk about Halo Infinite, but you know what? Fate has a very, very cruel way of proving you wrong in these type of situations. But you guys aren't here just for Halo Infinite. No, 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 no. You guys are here for a interesting take from Reforge Gaming. Yeah, this might be some like old soul back in like, you know, when the game first released. Yeah, that's where I'm kind of picturing it right now. Actually, wait a minute. I'm sorry, guys. This video was actually done 2 months ago. I shit you not. There should be a screenshot popping up right now just to prove my point. Holy shit, we're gonna have some fun with this one. But besides all that, before we start diving right into this content, please make sure to grab yourselves a nice little drink and a nice little snack. And hey, if you really do enjoy this content, please leave a like and comment in the comment section. I always like talking to you guys. And hey, if you want more of this type of content, subscribe to the channel. I'll definitely have more for you guys on the way. But besides all that sellout stuff, let's dive right into this baby.
I want to address 3 big areas that I feel the game has fundamentally failed. And I may give specific examples, but what I'm not trying to do is do like a super critical video of like, here's how bad Halo is, right? This is meant to be sort of a video about what the way forward could be for Halo as a franchise. So first, I want to talk about how I feel they stayed too true. And what I mean is they stayed too true to what Halo was in the past.
Shall we?
Hold the phone.
How can you sit there on your high horse and literally say Halo Infinite stayed too true to the previous Halos? Please, for the love of God, tell me in some mystical and magical way you came to even to a conclusion. And just by your previous statement where you only said Halo 5, oh boy, I'll bet you're one of those people that really enjoyed Halo 5, huh? I'll bet you never even touched Halo Reach, Halo 3, Halo 2. Now, I'll bet you anything that he probably picked up the Master Chief Collection and probably made those two connections like, oh my God, it's staying too close to the original. Oh my God. Because let's be honest here for a quick second. If fucking 343 stayed true to the Halo series, you know, with the modifications, with like the equipment, some guns, and that type of stuff, we would have a baller ass game right now. I'm telling you, Halo Infinite on launch would have been just absolutely fantastic. But no, on launch, there was a lot of problems that I can't even remember them now, but like, you know, lack of content, the fucking connection to the servers. There is a whole bunch of problems. But trust me, Halo Infinite was not a true Halo game to itself. There was problems. To even classify it as a fucking successor to the Halo series was a laughable joke. But no. Let's listen to the guy that's barely fucking touched the campaign on Halo Infinite and barely played the multiplayer. Yeah, let's listen to this guy.
That innovative. So first, what do I mean by they stayed too true? Well, to put it quite simply, Halo is a dated game.
See, in this situation, it wasn't Halo or 343, the developers, it was management, okay? We can all sit here and agree that the higher-ups at fucking 343 that was handling Halo for a decade was fucking up. But no, King, go ahead and pop off and pretend you know what you're talking about.
The first Halo came out in 2001. That was 22 years ago. And the speed and the movement and the feel of Halo, it still just feels too tied to the Halo games of old. If you compare Halo 1 PvP footage to Halo Infinite PvP footage, it's really hard to spot like significant differences. Now, I'm not saying there aren't differences, right? Obviously, player movement speed and intensity of combat are increased, but at its core, it's not really that different.
Oh, there's big differences between Halo Combat Evolved and Halo Infinite. For example, the customization, yeah, that should be a big ass red flag there for you. Secondly, the maps and how they flow. Let me tell you something. The maps on Halo Combat Evolved are very different from Halo Infinite, especially where you drive the vehicles on the maps too. Oh, they were so fucking different from Halo Infinite. I'm also going to throw this in too. Halo Infinite's fucking pea shooter right here, the pistol, kind of sucks ass compared to Halo Combat Evolved's. Let me tell you something. If you saw Halo Combat Evolved's fucking pistol out in the open and you know you were the target, target, you were just guaranteed to. Sorry, I had to cut out that little section right there because I said the D word, and well, YouTube doesn't like it when you say that. So trust me, if you saw that pistol and you were the target in Halo CE, you were going to be endgamed immediately.
Secondly, I think that the evolution was too safe. It wasn't painful enough. Having to adjust to slightly faster player movement is like adjusting to 75 miles an hour after doing 65 miles an hour, right? It's not that different. It doesn't require a lot from you when suddenly your vehicle increases by 5 or 10 miles an hour. From a PvP perspective, I think this is actually problematic for a whole host of reasons. I mean, ground level, your veteran players are practically godlike from the very first day the game hits the market because your evolution is too safe.
The problems with Halo Infinite was sure as fuck not the movement. No, the big problems with this game, it was too much focus on monetization. There wasn't enough content on launch. Like, God, there was barely any on launch. And the customization, oh boy, the way they set up customization was just absolutely nowhere to be seen. And Halo Infinite had a lot more problems on launch. I'm talking about desync. I'm talking about how the maps were made, how fucking weapons feel. There was a lot more problems than just the movement. Hell, Halo Infinite on launch, its achievements weren't even fucking unlocking achievements when you did the fucking objective correctly. In theater mode, say like you went into matchmaking and you did something cool in there. That shit wasn't recording properly. Oh my God, that was a buggy mess. And custom games, a biggest feature within the Halo franchise wasn't working correctly. Game modes weren't loading properly. Game maps weren't even loading properly either.
Beyond PvP, I would say even the grappling hook is a very, very tame and minor adjustment or addition to the game. The game impact of a grappling hook is just not something that I would count as an evolutionary step for the game.
The grappling hook being in a Halo game is something that we've asked for God knows how long in the Halo franchise. That thing is so fun to use, just to grapple around the map and you pull out a sniper and then you 360 no-scope somebody. Hell, you can even use the grappling hook to hijack vehicles or get to a high place, retrieve weapons, retrieve objects like the, I can't remember what it is. It's like the big core that you could throw around. There is a lot you could do with a grappling hook that, in my humble opinion, that evolved Halo in the right direction.
Now, the last area that I feel went wrong with Halo is that they simply added. They didn't really grow the game. This makes the game feel somewhat static, almost like Halo just continues beneath the surface and you've added some trinkets and some toys along the way. Those are the three things I feel they kind of messed up. They stayed way too true, the evolution was way too safe, and I really feel like they did more adding to the game as opposed to growing the game.
Okay, I'm going to sound like a very, very broken record, but on launch, okay, when Halo Infinite came out, monetization was the priority. That was never the priority of a Halo franchise game. The priority of a Halo franchise was fun. Then monetization. And monetization was such a focus that fun went to the bottom of the list. I kid you not that they put more monetization out instead of fixing bugs that were a huge problem with Halo Infinite, that they even took out fun little mechanics within the story mode where you actually could do the Easter egg to have the tank. Yeah, they took content out of Halo Infinite instead of working on the fucking bugs. And even during the release of fucking the seasons, adding stuff to it was not enough. There was bare fucking minimum. Actually, to even say it was bare minimum is a fucking insult.
It's just that spiky floating red mouth guy with one eye. I think that's a perfect example, right? Bringing forward an enemy from the past, but really making them look nuts, okay? I think that may be one of the latent problems with Halo.
Besides the regular enemies, the bosses and the main boss of Halo Infinite look fucking cool. They actually look different, like, oh, Jaga over there with his black and red outlines of his fucking armor. Well, I should say red outlines, but his like power up, whatever you want to call it. That looks like Jaga. If that dude finds me, I am endgamed for damn sure because he looks scary as hell. Hell, some of the brutes in Halo Infinite actually jump in the air, then slam into the ground, which actually kind of like shows off their strength. So there's some changes in there that are actually worthy.
Lastly, Master Chief. Master Chief has to change, guys. He does. Like, Doom Guy and Master Chief certainly have some things in common. They are grunts in green, and they get the job done. But Master Chief needs to leave behind the broody man of few words in the armor. Make him a cyborg, make him a mech, or, I don't know, honor Master Chief and make him a hybrid, half-person, half-cyborg, like 100 years in the future. I don't know. Do something, okay? Doom Guy has an advantage as the cliche silent killing machine, right? They didn't have to do much with him. They just had to make his armor look cooler, okay? No matter how you shake it, Halo in its current state is just not appealing to new players.
Brothers, I smell a heretic. How can you say that you've played the old Halo games when you don't even know how they've transferred, well, I shouldn't say transformed Master Chief, a fucking war machine, a god that fucking just goes on the fucking battlefield and is like, oh God, that makes the elites, I should say, oh God, there's the demon. We need to get rid of him now. No, what they've changed Master Chief into is possibly one of the worst fucking iterations I've ever seen Master Chief in. Oh, my feelings. My feelings. Like, I can understand Halo 4's ending where Master Chief is at in Infinity and he's like explaining his feelings, saying like, I remember she told me that we're not all machines. I can't remember the exact line. Like, I can understand that. You're in a safe place. You're on Infinity. You're perfectly fine. So having these type of moments are okay. But in Halo Infinite, where you're on a hostile fucking planet and you're sitting there out in the wide open saying all your feelings to the pilot and stuff, doesn't make too fucking sense when at any moment you can get gangbanged and get endgame. And don't even get me started on how badly they've nerfed Master Chief to fight these combatants and stuff. Nothing makes sense anymore. There's always a revision to everything just to make this fee fucking story about the Halo franchise. It's just so fucking dumb.
2028, all the way back to 2004 when Halo 2 first came out, that's a 24-year span. Act like the middle games didn't even happen. They don't even exist. Like, in the same way that Doom largely ignored a lot of those middle things that took place. It's more linked to Doom 1 and Doom 2. And it's barely appealing to long-standing players. It's time to let Doom save Halo, and maybe even let id Software be the team to do it, or at least help out, help make it happen. The alternative, in my estimation, would be just another Halo.
Come on, that's a bunch of horse shit.
Now, I would really love to see a fucking id Software Halo game made by them. But the matter of fact, though, is that recently with 343, they've been cooking. The new management that came in have been doing a really damn good job. Hell, they even brought Infection back. Hallelujah. But let me just throw this real quickly at you. They have been ignoring the past. Hell, the monetization, the customization, the fucking bugs in this fucking game when it first launched was a big indicator. They said, yeah, we're just going to ignore the fans and we're just going to monetize the hell out of this game. It was pretty obvious that they were ignoring what Halo made Halo in the first place, and having less Halo in a Halo game is not a good idea. And I am so happy that the new people that are in charge of 343 are not listening to people like you. Because people that actually do care about the Halo franchise and want it to go in the right way are actually being listened to this time. And spoiler for everybody that has, not played, Halo Infinite for a while. Remember how the battle passes used to be 100 ranks? Now it's down to 50. Now, like, you know, the shoulders are actually bundled together. I kid you not. Please go look at the battle pass when it comes out. You'll see exactly what I mean, guys. But anyway, that's enough out of me, guys. You've heard me ranting and raving for long enough, and I really do appreciate you guys sticking this long. And like I always say, if you enjoy this type of content, leave a like and comment in the comment section. I always like talking to you guys. And hey, subscribe to the channel. I'll definitely have more of this coming out for you guys. But anyway, besides all that, guys, I will see you guys in the next video. Later, fam.